This is New School Marketing Podcast for real estate pros, where the very best of real estate reveal their latest systems and strategies. With your host, Marlon Aquino.
All right, we are live. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Marlon Aquino here of Social Buzz Marketing. And today we're going to have two special guests out of San Diego. These are top agents out of San Diego. And these guys are young. They're using social media to their advantage. And they're not letting the obviously unfortunate event that we're going through, like the coronavirus pandemic, stop them from growing their sphere of influence and, of course, dominating the game. So today we're going to have them on in just a few moments. And we're going to be covering a few questions with them, like, what kind of impact has COVID-19 had on agents and them specifically? How is this going to change the game of prospecting for agents, either locally and globally? And, how to use social media to increase your sphere of influence. And at the end, how and where can you find them? And at the end, we're going to give you 10 video tips to grow your branding during this period, because right now we're going through this, pandemic, an unfortunate event doesn't mean that you get to stop growing your business, because once, we go back to normal and, we start opening up slowly and little by little, you're gonna want to be sure that you're prepared and ready to go and not start to take action at that point, because by then it'll be too late. So we're gonna have these guests show up in just a few moments. So if you stick around, we're going to go ahead and walk you through all those questions, give you some tips on how you guys can start growing your social media, grow your sphere of influence on social media to keep, obviously growing your database, which is what you want to do. You want to keep filling up your CRM. You don't have a fancy tools like CRM just to, look at them. So we're going to go into what you could do. So just give me a few moments. We're going to go ahead and get these guys on. Seems like they're having some issues. So let's go ahead and give them a minute. So hold on, let me see. So I'm definitely down for the future, definitely to do another Zoom call, a little something longer.
Yeah, man. This is the one of many. This is the one of many.
Yeah, because definitely today I really wanted to walk behind some of the ads that I'm currently running for the the agents that we're working with right now with Dante that
of course.
And then at the end, give a couple brand new tips on type of videos, content that they can actually start creating now while this is going on. And then, hopefully we can get in deeper on, what you guys are doing specifically each to grow your social media and your branding and all that, because I know you guys are both doing amazing when it comes to that. So awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming on to my Facebook Live. You guys are amazing. I've been following your pages for a while. And I'm like, these guys are doing something right. Your pages are growing. I can see the impact and the engagement on your pages. I was like, if there's some way I can get these guys on, it would be amazing, because I know that it would help the other agents at all levels, those starting out, those in the middle, and those, that are top players. Yes. So if you guys could just each give yourself a brief introduction, and we can move on with the rest.
All right, my name is Carlos Elizondo, and I'm one of the team members at BISD Houses, representing all of San Diego County and all of California, here to help you with all your needs. And I'm here with Smith South Bay, also known as Anjanette. So I'll let her introduce herself.
Hi, yes, I'm known as Miss South Bay. So I specialize South Bay, San Diego area, but born and raised here. So I service all San Diego. I specialize with veterans, so relocation clients. So this whole virtual thing is something that me and Carlos have been doing forever. And a lot of first-time buyers. So yeah, I'm excited to be here. I'm also with BISD Houses here alongside with my team member, Carlos.
Awesome. You guys are amazing. So let's get right to it, right? Because we wanted to keep this one short. Everyone's got things doing. It's Friday, even though there's not much places they can be going to, I can imagine.
It's Friday. I'm going to go from my living room to my dining room today. That's what I'm doing on Friday.
Yeah, exactly. So I wanted to kind of start with, agents have been impacted at all levels. I mean, those starting out just, maybe just recently are probably going to be the most impacted, as, they never got to get going. And so many things are uncertain. So how has this impacted you guys, with what's going on?
if anything, kind of like I said, this is something that us as more newer realtors, younger realtors, I would say, we have been in tune with the virtual, assisting our clients virtually. We've already been having the practices to do this. So if anything, we've already been prepared for this to happen because this is where the industry has been going.
So I agree with that. I think for newer agents, this is like their time to shine and really amplify their knowledge in social media, technology, marketing, pretty much a lot of things that the real estate market was lacking to begin with. This is like your moment to really implement it and really strive off of it right now.
So you're saying it's really forcing people that were holding on to those older traditions to move into a new era and apply these new changes, these new methods, pretty much.
Exactly. And the good thing, me and Jeanette, we were just talking about this, like, man, we've actually been doing this. We deal with so many Navy that a lot of times they're on their ship, they are deployed, are they're stationed somewhere else. They want to buy in San Diego because everybody wants to buy in San Diego. So before this happened, we were already virtually shopping for people because we want to make sure we help our clients in any way they need, if they need us in person or virtually. Obviously, this is making us transition more virtually. But we were prepared for this in a sense that we were already doing it, and now we're just doing it more.
Yeah, it makes sense, especially in San Diego. I know my brother personally is in the Navy. He's actually stationed right now in Jacksonville, but he's actually trying to get rid of his home that he's renting right now in San Diego. So you guys might actually be the people I could refer him to when it comes to that.
Hey.
What's your take on that, Jeanette?
What was that? Sorry, I didn't catch that.
What's your take on that as far as, you guys been implementing this already, but it seems like just so many are just now catching up.
Yeah. So, like Carlos just mentioned, like before this has all happened, I've been helping relocation clients. So really, I think it's just building that trust with someone is so important. And video allows us to just get that connection, to give that client reassurance that everything's going to be okay. And I think that's what really has set us apart in doing so, is that we've already been implementing video for such a long time. I've built my entire brand on video. And I know Carlos does video all the time. So really, I feel like in a sense, like, have you ever met or found a new friend on social media, on Instagram or Facebook? Because you've seen them constantly so much, you feel like you already know them. That's how I kind of feel like this was for our business, is people have seen us all the time already, that they just naturally just trust us and feel connected with us.
I think that's the biggest key word, trust.
Yes, it's trust, and they feel connected and they see the results of what we're doing for a lot of families. And it's just a very simple, it's a lot more easier for us to connect with people virtually and help them, just because we already have those past client testimonials of people that are raving about us, like relocation clients. I helped a family that was from Texas, and they didn't even step foot into the home, but luckily we were able to get them a home here, so they don't have to worry about renting somewhere. They just come here, they move in.
It might even be a bigger of a change for on the consumer side, for those sellers and those buyers locally more, I think so, that they are, I know my parents, we were talking about this change, and they go, I need to see the house. And I go, I don't think the newer generation is so hung up on that fact that I need to be there physically. But I know how the older generation might feel attached to that way. But
so we've been actually dealing with that as well, because some clients do want to see the house. And we have solutions for that as well. One of them,
yeah, because
we could do virtual. We could do virtual tours.
I know that there's customers that want to know the energy, right?
The energy,
exactly. So we can do
so for me, I get it.
Yeah, we can do the virtual tours, or we can do interactive tours. And just like we're in a Zoom call, or just a place we could all be gathered up through a video, we're doing the same thing with our clients. So we're walking with them, like literally right next to us, right on our phone. And they're viewing the home. They're like, hey, Carlos, open up that fridge real quick. All right, I'll open up that fridge. Hey, what's that closet do? Open it up. Open up that door. I want to hear how it sounds. Is it squeaky? Like, we can literally do everything for them. And on top of that, if they still want to physically see the home, I mean, technically, we can still take them. We're taking precautions. We're standing 6 feet to 10 feet away. We're giving our clients masks. We're giving our clients gloves. We're giving our clients booties if they want them. We're giving them anything they need to feel protected, and we're educating them before we meet any client actually in person. We're educating them on the steps and on the science and on the healthcare and what our state of California is doing as well.
And you touched on a big thing, which I think moving forward is going to be a big factor, and that's trust, right?
Yes.
If it's coming from me, let's say to my parents, and hey, Marlon, can you go see this house? They're gonna trust my opinion on what's going on. So the same thing working with agents moving forward. If I'm working with an agent whose opinion and expertise I trust, I'm gonna be comfortable making that decision wherever I am. So
that's why social media marketing is so important. Because how do you build trust with someone you've never met, right? Well, they have to they have to learn about you, about your character to begin with, the type of person you are, and then your skill set, your level, and how you perform and what you've done for other clients, right? So there's so many processes of meeting someone online. And that's why me and Anjanette really want people out there in San Jose to know who we are, right? Because we want to start off with the trust, right? But that's, as we all know, trust is always earned. And how else can you earn it besides putting out content, letting people know what you're doing, marketing to prospecting people online. And that's what we're continuing to do right now. And that's why we are so busy.
And touching off what Carlos said is what I've noticed in the real estate industry is it kind of comes in phases. So in the summertime, you get all of these agents that are coming out of the woodworks that you didn't really see throughout the entire rest of the year. They're only there open houses during the summertime. That's how you know what agents are only there for the part-time. Mm-hmm. And it really, this is now setting apart who are the agents that are actually there for the full time. And this is, they're very experienced. So if anything, people have been seeing us and our, just what we've been doing throughout the entire year. So, and just our experience as well. So like you said, that does build trust. And I think this time is, like I said, also really phasing out agents who were mostly doing this as a hobby or a part-time thing. We are full-time professionals, and that's what sets our team apart. So if anything, I think our brand just really shines through during this time.
I think this pandemic across the board is going to show true character in every industry and just in all of us, right? Our character is truly shining right now. So we want to make sure we're shining bright.
I couldn't agree more, guys. Thank you so much. So when it comes, you're talking about social media, you're talking about videos, and obviously those that are in the game are going to show, you're going to be able to see that consistency. So what kind of, changes, when it comes to prospecting, are you guys doing, or were you doing, what differently are you doing now that you were before this happened?
I mean, number one, we're touching base with all our old clients.
Go for it. I'll talk after. I'll share with my thing after.
Okay, mine's gonna be quick. So number one, we're reaching out to all our past clients, making sure they're okay, making sure they have any questions on their mortgages, on everything, right? Safety, health, all of it. Two, because of that, we constantly get referrals as well, too, right? So we're obviously getting referrals in the asset. And then another thing, we're still prospecting online. Just because we can't leave our house doesn't mean we can't talk to somebody. If anything, social media has allowed us to talk to anybody we want. So we're still, answering people's questions. We're still, commenting on people's pages. We're still actually actively getting out there, and we're actually putting out the videos to allow people to reach out to us as well.
If anything, at a higher level now, more than anything.
More than anything right now, it's a virtual world right now. It doesn't mean we have to stay in our own little house. We can still visit people virtually. So that's our goal right now, to keep that going now, to not stop. And like I said, for anybody in any industry right now, the worst thing you can do is stop right now. You want to keep going and find the new way, because in every situation, there's always a new way. There's always an adaptation. And the last thing we want to do is fall behind. So to all realtors out there, I will tell them, work harder right now. Do your best to adapt and find the new way, because it's here, it's coming, and this is only going to make us better after this pandemic's over.
That's amazing. There's no better time to come united than when something unfortunate like what we're going through happens. So real quick, so there's a similar question, but on a grander scale, I believe, which is, how do you use your social media to increase your sphere of influence? And again, this is really important, right? Because you guys just finished talking about reaching out to those existing customers already. And that's great, right? Because we really, I do believe in the power of word of mouth. I think that there's nothing really stronger than that. But with social media nowadays, and like I said, you two being, two of the people that I've seen it do it the best out there, how are you using social media to continue to reach to newer people that don't know about you guys, that could potentially grow into that, grow your brand?
So the beautiful thing about word of mouth is that it is still true, but it's changed. Word of mouth is becoming social media word of mouth. So, for example, my past client, before a transaction was done, they'd never see me again, right? Or potentially see me when they need me again. But now, all my clients are on my Instagram. All of them. They follow me, right? They ask me questions. They comment. They like my pictures. Now the word of mouth is like, hey, check out Carlos. Look at his page. Look what he's done. Now that word of mouth is bringing in new clients, right? Why? Because we're constantly putting the content out. I'm constantly bonding with my previous clients, which is allowing me to bond with their referral new clients, which allow me to bond anyone who wants to visit my page, right? So that's the beauty about social media.
How about you, Antoinette? What are, because you have actually close to 12,000 followers. That's not an easy feat to get to. What are you doing to really, grow your brand like you have?
Well, actually, I think there hasn't been this many eyes on social media since this time. So just like the responses that I've been getting to my stories, it's just been a lot higher. So I definitely think that people are literally on their phones right now, scrolling, shopping, like they just have been on their phones constantly. So I think to take really advantage of this time right now for any realtors out there and really put out value, put out content. And now is the best time to do it because there has never been this many eyes on the platforms as there is right now.
If you think about it, it's almost an obligation of ours that we have to put the content out right now, right? Because we can't be meeting people outside. So it's almost our responsibility to continuously put content out there and help people in our best way during this situation. And that is through social media.
That's so true. Obviously, I run a marketing agency, so I don't want to be biased. I'd rather them hear from you guys. I'm really big on leveraging social media, staying top of mind with customers. They always say, well, what can I do? And I'm just posting. Once you get inside the head of your customers, you know what questions they're it's keeping them up at night, and you're using your platform to answer those questions, to AO those illnesses. It makes a big difference when, like you say, when it comes to referring you to someone that they hear is looking for someone. It makes a difference between them going, I don't really want to look for his number. They go, oh yeah, I just like this page actually.
I don't think anyone 401s no more calls 401 or use the white pages. So.
Yeah. I can easily go, hey, just follow Docintos on Instagram. DOSCINTOS. That's it. A number 786.
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about you just mentioned right now, people could get to know you even before they speak to you. That was unheard of before. Before you could kind of look someone's like, little website or maybe, white pages. Now they can actually, before they even call you, they can view your profile, see if there's someone that you could actually mesh with, like on a personal level, and then they could call you directly right there. Like right there, you could click my button that says, call me right away. Now we're speaking, we're transacting, we're engaging, right? I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. And I get the calls all the time.
When I met Carlos, I never even knew his name was Carlos. I was like, oh yeah, that Dos Cintos guy from Instagram. And then he was like, oh, it's South Bay. I'm like, he's like, what's your name? Anna Jeanette. I'm like, it's Ann Jeanette. And we didn't even know each other's names. And we just knew each other. Like yours is Social Buzzin'. So like right away, I'm like, oh, that's a really cool brand. So I think really to make yourself more memorable, to increase the amount of referrals that you get is just creating something memorable that's catchy, that people can kind of, just remember more, because we both met and knew each other just for our brand names and we never even knew our names. So brand awareness is extremely important during this time too.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm so sad that we lost Carlos in the process of his battery as we were just wrapping up. But I'll go ahead and give him Carlos' information as I wrap up. Can you please tell us, how can we find you on social media, and how can we contact you?
Yeah, so just find me on social media, Miss South Bay, MS South Bay, and then Carlos, you can find him under Docintos, DOSCINTOS, and then Facebook the same exact way. So yeah, if you have any questions, and then plus we're from the same team, so by SD Houses, so you can locate us and our team with by SD Houses. Super
awesome.
Easy.
Thank you so much, Anjanette. I'll definitely thank Carlos later on once we hop on this. But have a great weekend. Thank you for hopping on and sharing of your expertise.
Yes,
we hope everyone again soon.
Awesome. Thank you for having us, and thank you everyone for tuning in. Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Awesome, guys. You saw there, that was Anjanette and Carlos, who unfortunately got logged out once his battery died. So real quick, guys, as I promised, I'm going to give you 10 video tips to help you increase your branding in your, either with locally or globally. I'm going to give you some ideas of what kind of videos you can create. So I'm going to go through 10 video tips. Okay. So the first one is testimonials. Leverage testimonials, right? Reach out to those, past clients of yours and ask for a testimonial, either, written out, they can send you the text. You could, just then leverage that in your advertisement. Obviously, they did a video for you. It's going to be a lot more effective for your branding, as it's always going to be best when they see it from an actual human being getting that, an actual human being vouching out for your expertise. Number 2 is going to be informational videos. Informational videos are great. Like, what's the buying process like? Or, if you're a seller, how can you, get your house in position to get to max out its value, right? Number 3, local business reviews. These are really great when it comes to, positioning yourself as the person who's the expert in this local area. So if you've got video content with the local bakery, with the local, whatever it is, whatever local retail store connections that you have, and you have, reviews, video reviews with the actual owners or managers, talking about, how long they've been established in that location, that's going to speak volume on your end. Okay, so keep that in mind. Local businesses review. Number 4, live streams. Just like we're doing right now. Go on live streams. They're amazing, right? You give an opportunity for your audience to engage with you. You're able to use these live streams as videos and advertisement to attract more people who would be interested in the content that you're talking about, coaching. So live streams. Number 5, listing videos. Perfect, to showcase the listings that you have available, so that if someone is looking for a particular home with specific, specs, then they'll be able to go and see the other listings that you have available. Agents office profiles, just video. It could be on you going actually, on your story on IG from your office, showing the background and the people that you're currently working with that help everything come together, like your loan processor, the title holder, from all degrees, the appraisal person. All that just positions you in a better place where you become familiar, and people know again that you've got everything handled, from maxing out the value of their house to exactly how to go about that. That's number 7. Number 8, community events. Obviously, when you reach out to your community, you're going to be building relationships, and then people are going to know of you. When someone hears that they need your services, you're always going to attract more people to you. Number 9, how-to videos, right? So you could do how-to videos. Again, if it's that you're a seller agent, you can create videos showcasing what, the open house should look like, when you're presenting it to buyers, so that you can max the amount of value that you're asking for. And not only that, but sell it in a faster pace. And final 10 is housing market updates, right? Everyone always wants to know what's going on in the market. Is this the perfect time to sell, to hold? Is it the perfect time to buy or not? Is the time to rent, to not rent? These housing market update videos are really going to help you and position you as a top agent in your area. So I hope that, these 10 tips help you guys. Again, real quick. Number 1 is testimonials. Number 2, informational videos. Number 3, local business reviews. Number 4, live streams. Number 5, listing videos. Number 6, agent/office profile videos. Number 7, neighborhood videos. Number 8, community videos. Number 9, how-to videos. And number 10, housing market update videos. So guys, thanks for hopping on in this live. It was great to have you. Our guest obviously shared tons of great knowledge that we hope you go out there, take, apply, especially if you're an agent. You know what you need to be doing. Go out there, use social media to your advantage. Now is the time to continue to grow your database and be ready for when things go back to normal. You guys are on top of the game, and not waiting for things to happen for you, because you guys want to be obviously ahead of it. You're a lion, you're not a lamb. So go out there, attack. And thank you guys for tuning in. Until next time, thank you and have a great week.